Nirmaan Rai from NIW High School, grade 5th B. And I am Arshade from grade 2D, and we are going to know about our father's profession. So now I would like to call our father in the meeting. Hello Daddy, we want to know your profession.
Hey kiddos, how are you guys doing? Hi, I am Shubhajit Ray. I work for one of the renowned financial organization and work as a chief product and distribution officer. I essentially help customers to build their wealth. And in this process of asset allocation, how important is the equity trading and investing into equity market?
From how long you are doing this?
Yeah, I'm doing this over 22 years in this profession. Various product solution and financing product in the financing solution to the customer to building up their wealth.
So what are the difficulties and challenges do you face?
Yeah, Anshuman, there are a lot of challenges that we have seen over this period of time, especially during the time of COVID. It actually teaches us in a hard way. While in a process of investing into equities, the process is completely physical before COVID. What we have done during this COVID, when all the branches are closed and customer wanted to invest, how digitally we can provide that solution to the customer to open an account. Earlier, the scenario where customer needs to sign closely 23 pages of a form, and then after account gets opened, and it normally takes 7 to 10 working days, which you have brought down to a process of digital. And with this DIY process, that is do it yourself, you can open an account in just 3 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing. So Daddy, can you open an account for mommy?
Yeah, sure. Why can't we can open an account? For opening an account, what is required is a basic KYC, know your customer, and for which you need a PAN card and an address proof, which is Aadhaar card. And let's collect it, and we can open an account in next 3 minutes.
So mommy, can you open an account?
Sure, we'll try.
Our journey starts here. I will enter your mobile number and email ID. You enter the OTP. Be prepared with a PAN number and the date of birth. Also, we need your bank details.
Are we done?
No, you need to upload a picture and your signature.
Wow, the form is ready.
Mom, please enter your Aadhaar number and OTP received.
Wow, it's done.
It was so simple. Yes, it indeed was.
See how easy it is to open an account with the help of this digital world and new technology. You can open an account in just 3 minutes. Sitting at home, you can open an account. Now your mom can actually start investing into the equity market.
Wow, we really learned a lot today. I hope you liked our video. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Chetan Sharma. My name is Chitra Sharma and welcome to Nirmaan High School.
Thank you.
Today I would like to interview you and know more about your profession.
Okay.
So, what's your profession?
I'm a banker into finance by choice.
Oh wow, that's great. And second thing, since how long you are in this profession?
Since close to 14 years now.
Nice. Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Not really a difficulty, but a challenge where a lot of customers walk into our branches and take help from our service staff to answer, very basic queries on foreign exchange, transactions, payments. So that consumes a lot of, quality time of our employees.
Okay. Any scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
Yes, We have an electronic virtual assistant, India's first and largest artificial intelligence banking chatbot. It basically helps answer client queries, in fact complex queries as well, without any human intervention.
Wow! This is robotics, a chatbot. A chatbot, also called a chat robot, is a computer program that simulates human conversation either by voice or text communication. For example, the client calls out, "Give my balance" in the account, and the machine provides it instantly. Wow, what an experience! Artificial intelligence is the future of banking, as it brings the power of data analytics to combat fraud and improve banking compliance. It leads to better customer experience and reduce operational costs. It helps develop efficient online payments methods and swifter transactions. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dishna Khatudia from grade 2D. The theme of our Nirmaan project 2021-22 is Innovation in Careers, and I have selected the subject on Indian courtroom. The motivation in selecting my subject is my father Jaswant Khatudia, who is an advocate in Mumbai High Court. We are going to learn from him about the law field and experiences. So let's start. Papa, I would like to know more about your profession.
I'm an advocate and I assist, plead and defend my clients and render legal services.
How long have you been in this profession?
I did my law graduation 2002 and since then I am in this profession and having 19 years of experience.
Have you had any difficulty in this profession?
Every profession has its own difficulties. We also face a lot of difficulties, like in initial years we have no work and because of that no money, and there was no fixed working hours. But when you grow in this profession with the time and experience, I started loving it and I overcame with these difficulties.
What one scientific approach would you like to add in this profession?
We have to attend our clients many times. That consumes a lot of time by attending those meetings. But with the COVID, the digital platform came into picture and now we do a lot of meetings with clients on digital platforms. That saves a lot of time, and court also started working e-filing and online hearing.
This is a courtroom. A court is a place where disputes are settled through a legal process. People come out to resolve their disagreements. There are many people who works in court and plays important roles such as judge. Judge is a person who hears the case and gives his verdict. The judge sits at the front of the courtroom on the bench. Court reporter. The court reporter is the person who writes down which judge says in the court. The court reporter usually sits near the judge and types on a small machine. Clerks. A court clerk keeps all the papers about the cases in the court and organizes them. Advocates. The first row seats are reserved for advocates representing both the parties in a case. It is the advocate's job to talk to the judge on behalf of his client and present his case. Witnesses. Witnesses helps the court to decide the matter. Public seats. These seats are for general public Public have to maintain silence in the courtroom. New technology and scientific approach started in courts. Due to pandemic COVID-19, e-filing of the cases have been started. Started digitalization of court records, because of which storage problem has been reduced. Supreme Court has recently announced to minimize paperwork and start its online documentation. It will save paper and environment. Thank you. Hello Papa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm also fine, thank you.
Welcome.
Can I ask you some question?
Yes,
What is your profession?
I take care of supply chain management and logistics.
How long you are in this profession?
Past 25 years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Yes, there were a lot of difficulties in the past.
What one scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
To ease out, like I said, we had a lot of difficulties in the past, which is in regards to the navigation system, the GPS system, which was not available. Now, of course, it is available, but it's only restricted to the military and the government. It should be available to people like us so that we can track and trace the shipment as to when it will be getting delivered and how it will be getting delivered and at what time it will be getting delivered.
Okay, Papa, thank you.
Most welcome.
Good afternoon, teachers and my dear friends. My name is Jenny Rawat. I am studying in Nirmaan High School, 2D, roll number 9. My topic is logistics and my model is cargo aircraft. Air transport is the best choice if you want fast delivery. Air cargo contribute by carrying important shipments all over the world. The effect that technology has on industry all over the world cannot be understood. The company operates automation, big data, and GPS. GPS system gather data such as direction, coordinates, speed of it, and transporting the shipment. Through GPS, the owner and manager of the company can monitor their cargo without having worry about theft and loss. Technology is helping to transform in many different ways. This is my working model. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kushali Jadoo from second year. The theme of our Nirmaan project of 2021 to 2022 is Innovation in Career. I have chosen my mom's profession.
Well, Khushali, originally I am a housewife, but my passion for designing and fine arts has driven me into the profession of apparel designing. As I said, it's a passionate work for me, and I have been focusing more on this since last 7 to 8 years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession, and what one scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
This work has its own challenges, but the biggest one which I face is detailing. I have to concentrate on very minute details while designing. And what better than technology to help out? Using readily available softwares, I enhance the quality of my work, and it allows me to focus on even the smallest of details involved in the designs. And it allows me to be updated with the latest trends around. So I'm really thankful to the technology involved. Thank you. Hello friends, here is some of my designs which I want to share with you all. Please have a look. This is my passion of my work. Thank you.
What is your profession?
My profession is an investment specialist.
Okay. How long are you in this profession?
I'm there in this profession for more than 15 years.
Okay. What one scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
I believe there should be a technology which basically helps more of the people to understand their risk appetite, so that it's much easier for us to understand and then go ahead with advisory.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. This project is about robotic investment advisory. This is the investment risk profile. One has to tell his age, investment knowledge, and saving percentage. He can accept loss in short time or can he take the risk to earn more. This project is like a mobile app which will be able to work in customers. One doesn't have to wait for an investment advisory to select option. There are few clickaways and the investment advisory robot will help with a solution. How does this app work? Click on a button and then change the option. Thank you.
Hello teachers and my dear friend. Myself Naisha Kitan from grade 2D. My subject for Nirmaan project is technology in my father's profession. I have my father here to tell you a bit about his profession.
Hello everyone.
What is your profession?
I work as an equity research analyst. My job is to analyze companies' financial data and give recommendations whether to buy, sell or hold securities.
How long you have been in this profession?
I have been working for more than 10 years in this profession.
Have you faced any difficulties in this profession?
Yes, there are a lot of difficulties in this profession. One of the biggest challenges is to find reliable data from reliable source, and that too in a very timely manner.
This is where the technology helps my father use Bloomberg software to collect all the data required for his analysis. This software contains very detailed data and also gives live updates. What is this, Papa?
This is Bloomberg software. When we double click on this icon, a software opens like this. It has so many windows and so many options. You can see we can type here and search whatever data that we want.
Papa, how to find data on this software?
Okay, I will tell you. If I have to find data for say IBM, then I will type IBM and here I get the option, so I click. So when I click on IBM, you can see so many options have come. Now if I can click on any option to see what data I want. Suppose I click on this option DES. This shows me what the company is doing, the company's business. Like IBM is into IT software, so this shows the company description. Then if we want any other data, we can also check that data. For example, here is the price chart. If I want, I can click on this chart and show how does it work. Same way, if I want to see any other data, then I can select the other options. Like I click on this price chart, so it opens the price of the company. This gives a good analysis about how the company's share price has been doing.
Papa, how it makes the work easy?
Okay, I will explain you how it works. It is a very easy to use software. For example, here if we want to download the data for say IBM, here you can see on this screen there is so much data. We have revenue, gross profit, margin, everything. We have the company's historical as well as the estimate data. You can see estimate here. Now if I have to download, I will go to output, click on Excel and click on current template. When I do this, you can see an Excel sheet opens and it starts downloading the data. Here you can see it has already started downloading and it is still working in the background. You can see the formulas inside the formula bar. This makes my work very easier. It helps to download the data. Also, when I open this sheet in future, it will automatically get downloaded. I don't have to do this thing again and again.
Oh wow, isn't it amazing software to use? It will make your work so easy.
That's true. It is definitely making my work much easier, and there are many more software that are still in progress which will make my life much more easier. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, respected ma'am, teachers and all my dear friends. My name is Nitin. My Nirmaan project is water filter processing. For that, today I am showing how to filter the water. For that, we need two waste plastic bottles. First bottle, cut the upper part, and second, cut the bottom part. Make number of holes in the cap. Open the cap
in it and push inside the bottle. Now we understand the 4 layer of filtration process. Now the first layer is put the charcoal in it. Now put the thin layer of the cotton. Now put the fine sand in it. Now again put the thin layer. Now put the thin layer of cotton. Now put the medium size of sand. Now again put the thin layer of cotton. Now put the big size of stones. Now this is almost ready now. Put in the next bottle. Keep it side. It's ready. Now pour the dirty water in it. See guys, see friends, this is clean and pure water. But don't drink this water because it is harmful to us. Thank you. See, this is clean and student of grade 2D is today going to take interview of my mother, Mrs. Akansha Jain.
Hello Pearl.
Please tell something about your profession.
I am a software engineer by profession. I make software for different industries which can be both websites and apps.
Wow, that sounds great. Means the software and website which we use and access at many places are made by IT professionals like you.
Yes, all the industries like banking, finance, medical uses different type of softwares to operate and function.
What makes the software technology so powerful?
It is because of the technological change occurring at an exponential rate. It's a digital era nowadays. Especially after the outbreak of the pandemic, the way we see things at a worldwide level has changed. It has made dependent us on different types of apps and softwares, and there is the key where IT professionals and software engineering plays an important role.
Would you like to share your ideas about something you have developed or you can build which can be the future of software engineering?
We all are using many softwares which reduce our work, but I want to innovate a software called SOT, that is software oriented things, which can bring a rapid change to the lifestyle. SOT can be used in any of the devices like mobile which has connectivity, and definitely it can be accessed remotely.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Most welcome, Pearl.
Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Seema Seti, Vice Principal Melita Ma'am, all of the core team members and all the lovely audience. Everything is digitized nowadays.
Software technology or information technology IT has reshaped the world, impacting human civilization.
This is where SOT or software oriented things come into scene. The SOT can be described as an extension or innovation or software and network connection to different sensors, devices or things, affording even simple objects such as lights, bulbs, locks, etc. Let's have a look how it works. The software can easily be installed or accessed in any mobile or website. There will be a Unicode assigned to every SOT devices. As soon as you log in with a user code, it will list all of your SOT devices. Now, the real question is, why do we need such SOT devices at all?
This enhanced software can be the new universal adoption in the next 10 years.
The idea is simple. This type of software can replace millions of manual workers and speed up everything. It can be very useful with the practical benefits in many fields of life and work like smart houses with clever air conditioning, smart cities with noise maps, smart lighting, watering mechanism, etc.
Now let's see how it functions.
For example, remotely we can preheat our oven on our way to home. We can switch on or off the lights in case forgotten or removed. I want to make this software accessible mainly to all physically challenged people so that they can use all the things of this world. For this, voice instructions can also be added in SOT.
The concept of SOT can be seen at a very large scale, from creating smart homes to smart cities. So we can say that SOT can be the future of every field.
I am a sport and would like to say thank you to my school and Danya for channelizing our thoughts and giving us the platform in a correct way. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sajja Singh from class D. I am here with you all to present my model on the profession aircraft maintenance engineer. Hi Papa, what is your profession?
My profession is aircraft maintenance engineer.
How long are you in this profession?
I am in this profession from last 20 years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Aircraft maintenance is a challenging field. You have to work in different shifts and in harsh weather. And the aviation industry is the first industry to face the economic slowdown and pandemic.
What one scientific approach you
automated tool like robots to do the inspection of aircraft. It will help us to reduce the time of inspection.
Thank you, Papa.
Welcome, Sally.
By giving it a semicircle shape and a runway ahead of it with some small tools, workers, miniature replica plane of Airbus A380, a double-decker plane. The workers have been shown doing the work they do while the engineers are on work, like to maintain and to pre-flight inspection for a safe flight and give a good go sign. I hope you like the project. I on the profession aircraft maintenance engineer. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shubhra Chavatekar and she is my mother Seema Chavatekar. Today I would like to present project on my mother's profession. My mother working in Oracle Financial Services Software Limited as a business analyst. They are using Oracle Fusion software and today I will explain about this software. What is your profession?
I am working in an Oracle IT software company as a business analyst. It is a retail banking, corporate banking and technology solution provider for banking industry.
How long you are in this profession?
I am working as a business analyst for past 6 years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
We are using Oracle Fusion software. Initially have faced some difficulties to understand the software, but teamwork and proper guidance make my job easier.
Oracle Fusion software screen look like this screen, which provide task flows for answering common questions. In this software there is a many options which are user friendly. It manages project, budgets, forecast, bill customers and report. Under billing options, we can store invoice payment and collection details. Using this latest technology software which helps to customer to complete their task. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Nirmaan Exhibition 2021-2022. I am Umema Amir Bedi from Grade 2D and I am Amna Bedi from Grade 1G. And together we'll have a sneak peek into the world of Ayurveda and innovations in Ayurveda. The word Ayurveda is so difficult. I saw you were having some difficulty pronouncing it too. Yes. Do you know what is Ayurveda? I don't know. To know about Ayurveda, who better than our mother, Dr. Sadaf Bedi, an Ayurveda Charya? So let's ask our mother some questions. I agree with you. So, Mom, can you simplify what is Ayurveda? The word for us and our classmates, the word sounds very difficult.
It sounds difficult because it is a word of Sanskrit language. Ayurveda means Ayu, which is life, and Veda, which is science. It is a way of living life. It is one of the most ancient medical science of the world, and the best part is it was originated in India.
That's amazing. It means it is made in India. But Mom, what is used to make the medicines?
Basically, medicines. In medicines, we use plants, roots of the plants, seeds of the plants, barks, stems, sometimes the whole plant, and sometimes we use metals like mica and iron, silver, gold. We also use corals, pearls, and shells to make the medicines.
This sounds interesting. So, Mom, is it easy to make these medicines?
Yes, it is easy if you know, if you have the proper knowledge. But sometimes, like in these modern times, the traditional ways of traditional medicine making takes time.
Is there some new technology to use to make the process faster?
Yes, Amina. There are a few innovations done in medicine making. Like, for example, while making the bhasma, that is the ash from the metals, the traditional way is very difficult. It is like digging a pit in the ground and then using earthen pots and cow dung cakes, dry cow dung cakes, which are known as upale, and then burning it for a long time, and then we get the fine powder of the metals. So yes, there are a few new innovations in medicine making.
So, Mom, nowadays, what is used to make the process faster?
Nowadays we have a furnace which is called the muffle furnace, which makes it very easy. It is faster in making the bhasmas or the ash of the metals, and we can prepare in bulk, and it is environment friendly too.
Can we show both the methods to our classmates?
Yes, definitely we can try doing that.
This is a traditional way of making bhasma that is as of the metals. It is called puta. A pit is dug in the ground and around 50 dry cow dung cakes are placed in the pit. A earthen pot with purified metal is sealed and kept on the dry cow dung cakes. And again, around 50 dry cow dung cakes are placed on the earthen pot, and a fire is lit and it is burned for a long time. Let's see an innovation for Puto. This is a muffled furnace, a better alternative for Puto, the traditional method. Muffled furnace works on electricity. This furnace has high temperature applications. It is made from heat resistant materials
like the PCRC sheet and refractory cement. It has temperature indicator, a power key, a power switch and a load indicator. Buffet furnace uses less labor and has temperature regulation and is environment friendly. This way it helps in faster bulk production of Ayurvedic medicine. This is an amazing innovation in the field of Ayurveda. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shirash Maliwal. I am studying in Nirmaan High School, grade 2A. Today I am taking the interview of my father who is the chartered accountant. So let's start. Hello teacher and my dear friends. My name is Nazir Bambar from 2nd B. I am studying in Dalmia High School. Today I am taking the interview of my father who is chartered accountant. So let's start. What is your profession?
My profession, I am a chartered accountant and he is my partner, Mr. Hemant Maliwal. We both are partner.
How long you are in this profession?
We are a chartered accountant since 2012, so it's almost taken 9 years now. We have completed 9 years.
Oh, 9 years, great. Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Yeah, normally there are lots of problems we are facing on daily basis in our profession, but now I am highlighting one of them which was very difficult for us. In our profession we are doing physical verification of the assets which is situated in different areas of the India. So the person is going to the locations and do physical verification of the assets, and the papers which he verified sent us to by courier, and then after when we receiving that courier we check that there are lots of mistakes done by the auditor, he doesn't took the name properly and that things. So we were facing this problem since last 3 to 4 years.
What one scientific approach you would like to add to this out?
So, after getting this concern, it was very serious for us because it matters to us as a postpart also. So, we have started using social media to ease this out. And what we have started is that once a person will go there, he has to use the smartphone there. He has to do the process flow which we have given to them, and then he has to send that pics to us. So our team member in Mumbai has to verify all the documents and then have to give the go-ahead to him so that he can go.
Okay, now I am showing how to resolve the problem. Okay, Mr. Okay. Okay, Mr. Okay. Go for Stockholm. Okay. Now I am going for the stock audit of Mumbai location. Name Ford. Number, location Mumbai. Unit 1. Okay. Okay, Mr. Radhik. It's done. Now you can go for next location. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Myself Ikra Kaware from 5th A and myself Kahal Kaware from 2nd D. Today I've got an opportunity to interview my favorite person, my role model, that is my father.
Hi,
Dad, you are in a hot seat. Dad, what is your profession?
I'm a sailor. I'm a captain in Merchant Navy.
Dad, how long you are in this job, Dad?
I'm in this profession for more than 17 years now.
Dad, how to become a captain?
You study hard, you join a Merchant Navy profession as a cadet first, then you give a lot of exams, you go and undertake trainings, you become 4th officer, 3rd officer, 2nd officer, chief officer, then you become a captain. On the way, you gain lot of knowledge, you pass various exams, you face lot of challenges, and then you become a captain.
Dad, have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Difficulties are for normal people. We face challenges every day. Imagine you are on a 330 meter long iron piece like an island in the middle of the ocean, and you sail across the oceans and give about more than 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs tons of oil to various parts of the world with water as deep as 3,000 to 5,000 meters. How would you do it?
What one scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
For once, we would like to have brakes on a ship. But on a serious note, we would like to have a communication like you all do. It's very difficult on board to communicate with the family members and friends. We have satellite communication, but that is not enough. Second thing, I think we require an alternative to a doctor. On board, in the middle of the ocean, if something happens to somebody, it's a very serious situation. Of course, we have a lot of sophistication on board, as comparable as to military standards and aircraft standards. But we face challenges about communication.
Thank you, Dad, for the interview. Please help us out to do some research.
Sure.
This is a world map showing various continents. We can sail from India across the oceans to places like America and Europe. This map shows the various ocean currents of the world. Can you see these arrows?
What? These arrows? The flow of water, right?
Yes.
This is a fire plant, right?
Yes. This is the chart which shows wind direction, pressure, temperature, etc. across the world.
Oh, really?
Yes. Look at the shape of the ship. It's streamlined. Look at the propellers. It helps the vessel to move. This is a magnetic compass, chronometer. Not like this.
I hope this interview, though brief, was informative. Don't hesitate to ask queries, if any, about this profession. This is Ikra Kaware, signing off. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all of you. I am Atharva and I am taking interview of my dad of his profession.
Good afternoon. I am Rajesh Saha, Atharva's father, and today I am feeling very proud as my son Atharva is taking interview about my profession.
What is your profession?
By profession, I am a chartered accountant and I am working with FCI, Food Corporation of India.
Tell me more about FCI.
FCI, Food Corporation of India, is a central government public sector undertaking who ensuring the purchasing of food grain from farmer at minimum support price, thereafter moving the surplus food grain from surplus state to deficit state and ensuring its distribution through PDS at fair price. Not only this, FCI is also maintaining buffer stock to meet any crisis.
That's amazing. How long have you been in FCI?
Since last 20 years, I am working with FCI.
That's good. My last question is, have you faced any challenges?
Yes, my department has faced so many challenges. At the time of tsunami, last year, entire world has faced the problem of COVID-19.
Yes.
And at that point of time, everywhere is locked down. No food grain is available in open market. Even though the vegetables were not available.
Yes.
But my department has ensured the availability of food grain throughout the country from Kanyakumari to Jammu Kashmir. Not only this, FCI has ensured the distribution of food grain to 2/3 population of India with free of cost. Otherwise, there was a chances of civil war.
Oh my god, that's great. So that's the end of today's interview.
Now I want to present some pictures that I collected from different sources related to FCI. This paper cutting related to formation of FCI. FCI was found on January 14, 1965. At the time of formation of FCI, Union Food Minister was Mr. C. Subramaniam. This picture is related to road movement. This picture is related to rail movement. This picture is related to water movement. This picture is related to hilly areas. This picture is related to ship movement. This picture is related to modern silo. Now I am feeling very proud that my father is working in such organization who is taking care of food security for entire nation. Jai Hind!
Hello everyone, my name is Nirmaan. Today I will introduce my father. Papa, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, Ayan, for having me on the interview. I'm very delighted and looking forward to your questions. My name is Adarsh Sharma and I'm Ayan's dad.
What is your profession?
Ayan, I'm into advertising and I direct and produce ad films.
How long have you been in this profession?
And I've been in this profession for almost 16 years now.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Oh yeah, a lot of difficulties. I guess all the professions have their own difficulties, but the difficulty that I face is usually of the time. I always find that I have very little time to respond to my clients, customers and suppliers.
What one scientific approach would you like to add to it out?
Scientific approach. I wish I could have a virtual assistant. Not specifically a personal assistant, because again, in personal assistant there's a human element. But in a virtual assistant, it's a very technology based, wherein that virtual assistant could be with me right throughout for 24 hours and can respond to my clients, suppliers, and customers. And he would never take a leave. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sharma and my Nirmaan project is Virtual Assistant. My project name is Wally. In older days, there were some tasks performed by personal assistant, like taking calls, scheduling a meeting, recording message, and so on. Nowadays, there are virtual assistants like Google and Alexa, but they can't schedule a meeting or call back if it's urgent. But my virtual assistant Wally can perform many tasks like call back if it's urgent or directly block the spam numbers, mark events in the calendar, create a text message, answer the mail, control all smart devices, and many more. So, this is Wally, my innovation in virtual assistant. Thank you.
How a rig looks like. In front of you we can see that's a derrick and that portion is a rig floor. Here we have the cranes, the cantilever deck, the main deck. This is the bridge. Now all the radios and all the communication system is over here. Now you can see better. That's the helideck where all the helicopter lands.
Morning, Papa.
Good morning, my son. How are you this morning?
I am good, Papa. What about you?
I'm fine too. Tell me.
Papa, I am sitting and thinking about your job. Lots of questions came in my mind.
Oh, you were thinking about my work. So what were you thinking? What do you want to know about my work?
Okay, first tell me, which company do you work for?
I work for GEI, and that stands as Gulf Drilling International. It is in Qatar.
What do you do there? I mean, what is your profession?
Oh, you want to know about my profession?
Yes.
I work as materials manager over here.
Okay.
Care of complete supply chain on the rig. Taking care of all the procurement, logistics, and warehousing of all the equipments and all the materials.
That sounds interesting. From how long you are working in this field?
I'm working in this field from past 15 years. So, yeah, I have an experience of 15 years in this field. Yes, that's good, huh?
Oh, wow. Uh, what difficulties do you find in this job?
Basically, working on an oil exploration rig, it's one of the most dangerous work in the whole world. But if you ask me what is difficult for me to work over here, I would say it is staying away from my family.
Papa, we miss you a lot.
Even I miss you, my son. Since you have asked me so many questions, I was thinking let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
Tell me, what would you like to pursue in your future? I mean, what would you like to become?
I like aeroplanes, so I would like to become a pilot.
Oh wow, you want to become a pilot? That's a very good thinking. So for becoming a pilot, you need to keep working hard for your studies. You need to concentrate on all the minute things what you do. Anything what you are doing, need to take care.
Yes, Papa, I will do as you say.
Keep growing, my son. Thank you, teachers, for this lovely idea for the Nirmaan project where I could share some information about my workplace, about my job. Thank you once again. Okay, Dharya. Take care. Bye.
Bye, Papa.
Bye, my son. Take care.
Hope to see you guys all very soon.
Good afternoon, audience. I am Ishan Jain, roll number 26, grade 2G. Today I'm privileged to interview my mother, Dr. Divya Jain. Before I proceed, I like to convey my gratitude to my school, Anil Dalmia High School, for providing me this opportunity until Nirmaan. So here we go. Welcome, Amma.
Thank you, Isha.
My first question to you is to understand about your profession.
Well, about my profession, I must tell you that's a lovely one. Would you like to give it a guess, Isha?
It is academics.
Yes, very true. It's academics profession. I have been into this profession and my endeavor always to be in this profession and teach and make the students and the future leaders learn and acquire new skill sets.
Oh, that's a really fantastic profession.
Thank you.
My second question to you is, can you tell me the tenure you have spent in this profession?
Well, about the tenure, I have nearly spent 15 to 16 years in this profession. You may say more than a decade, Isha.
Oh, that's a really lengthy tenure. My third question to you is, if you are in academics for more than a decade, can you tell any uh, any challenges you have faced during your work profile?
Well, that's an interesting question, Ishan. Like most of the fields have their own set of challenges, and so academics also have their own challenges when it comes to facing the new world, the new era. We do have minor and major challenges. Let me tell you about the pandemic. We had a biggest challenge of how to ensure effective transfer of learning both in the virtual platform and sometimes in the offline mode. So this was the biggest challenge wherein we faculty members, of course, under the guidance of management, have come up with innovative techniques to ensure effective transfer of learning.
Oh, I really appreciate your contribution in this field. My fourth and the last question to you is, can you tell any scientific approach to EA student learning?
Well, student learning is a significant part in the academic fraternity. About the scientific approaches, if I may highlight few of the technologies, few of the innovative pedagogy to ease out student learning, we have introduced experiential learning. again on the virtual platform by giving them various kinds of situation based scenarios, by giving them various kinds of case studies, and to ensure that students and the learners come up with innovative ways of addressing various kinds of situations. We also have a lot of role plays. We also have come up with various kinds of quizzes for the students to self learn and self develop. So these are certain scientific approaches which we have inculcated and have evolved the education to bring in the transformation post pandemic.
Oh, that was a really insightful matter, and I am sure I'm going to continue learning from you as my very first mentor teacher. Love you, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you, Anil Talmia High School, for providing Ishan this opportunity. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome math teachers and my dear friends. My name is Bhimani. I study in Anil Talmia High School in grade 2 division D. My roll number is 27. My name is Bhimani. I study in Anil Talmia High School 5th E. My roll number is 8. We are going to introduce our Nirmaan project. Our topic is Finance Manager. Our Nirmaan project of digital video on Finance Manager.
Finance manager. A finance manager is a person who takes care of all the important finance function of a company. A finance manager has many roles, responsibility, skills, and career prospects. Finance manager may also work in a variety of organizations through all the sectors of business, industries, and commerce. The different roles of finance manager are raising of funds, allocation of funds, profit planning, growth capability. Financial manager has many skills, excellent communication and presentation skills, and analytic approach to work, high numeracy and sound technology skills. Problem solving skills and initiative, good time management skills, and the ability to work as part of a team. Career prospect. Most of the financial managers start their career at lower level. Move into the world of financial managers in the later stage of your own roles. Build up some experience. In this graph, your experience is low to high. This was our video from Inaya and Izan.
This was our digital video. As you know, my father is out of station. So, we have a recording. So, let's hear.
Hello everyone, I am Parvez Bhimani, father of Inaya and Izan Bhimani. I work in Firmanish as a finance transformation manager. As finance manager, I am responsible for managing and executing a number of key projects such as BPO transition and implementation of global standards. As of now, the key focus is on AI and automations in the field of accounts payable, general ledger reporting, and cash applications. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad, for your precious time. Thank you, Dad, for your precious time. Thank you, dear ma'am, teachers, and all my dear friends. So, this was our Nirmaan exhibition. Thank you from Izan. Thank you from Vinaya.
Hello, Mr. Krishna Kishore.
Hi, Kriya.
What is your profession?
I am a banking professional. I work as a project manager for the trade finance.
And for how many years you have been in this profession?
It's been now 15 years I've been in the same profession.
Have you faced any difficulties in your profession?
So, Kriyansh, during my initial years, things were very manual. I used to update everything manually. When the client used to send the details of their application form, of their import or export, we used to update everything manually. But now a simple automation has changed the way we update the application form for trade finance. Do you want to see how?
Yes.
Great. So you see here, suppose this is the ABC Bank Limited system.
Yeah.
Okay, now you see here this form on the right. Okay, now when I just click this button here, you will see, and when I go here and I update, the data will get populated automatically like this. So you will see here, by the click of this button, the data gets automatically populated. This is what has happened, Kriyansh. A simple form of automation in the application form has changed it.
Oh, now I understand that in your early days of your career, you would just get a paper like this, then you would search for informations and see the important data. But now just in a click of a button, all the data gets into the laptop and it gets auto-populated.
That's right, Kriyansh. That's correct. So this is how the automation has changed the way we update the application for, say, example, ABC banking, right? So this is what has happened. A small change in automation has changed the way we are banking today, and in suppose this application form for trade finance, it has changed a lot. So it has saved time, money for the clients, for the banks, and also it has created efficiency, right? And also it has
saved papers.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Krisha Patel from grade 2D. Welcome to Digital Nirmaan Exhibition. Today I am going to interview my mother, Aparna Patel. What is your profession?
I am basically a housewife, but I also teach yoga Monday to Friday, single batch, free of cost.
How long have you been doing this?
I am teaching since last 5 months, but I learned yoga during my college days.
Do you face any problem in doing this?
Yes, it's very difficult to make people understand about a healthy lifestyle and make them follow it.
What scientific approach would you like to solve it?
Nowadays, there are many softwares available like Pivot Animator and Scratch Programming. We can use this to make kids learn about the healthy choices and healthy lifestyle in a fun way. We have also made a short animation using Pivot Animator to educate kids about the healthy lifestyle.
Thank you. We have made a short animation on Pivot Animator about healthy life choices. So let's see it. Would you rather play video games or read books? Video games is good, but we will read books because we will get more intelligent. Would you rather eat junk food or healthy food? This seems a bit hard, but we should eat healthy food because it gives us strength. And would you rather watch TV or do yoga exercises? Watching TV is good, but doing yoga exercises is much better. Benefits of yoga: strength, stability, stamina, improves concentration, calms mind. Now let's practice some yoga because only practice can make us perfect. Thank you. Turn your hands up, back, back. Down. Touch your toes. Left leg back. Left leg back. Turn to the other. Hands up, down. Right hand down, come to Parskonasana. Next we will do come to Vajrasana. Vajrasana, second Vajrasana. Now we will do Halasana. Legs up, bend, hold, single leg up. Leg change. Both legs up. Four legs. Come down. Get up. Next, second Padmasana. And chant Om.
Hello everyone, my name is Mulhar Potkar and my today's topic is easy security checking. Meet my mother Pallavi Potkar. Mom, what is your profession?
I work with world's #1 cosmetic company L'Oreal and I work as an executive assistant.
How long you are in this profession?
It's been 15 years, Malhar.
Do you have faced any difficulty in that?
Yes, after Corona, when office resumed and we started coming to office, as a security purpose, we were asking for the vaccination certificate and that was making a huge chaos at reception.
So, do you have any solution for the situation?
Yes, we developed one app. In this app, while taking an appointment, visitors should download their vaccination certificate.
Okay, I will explain this. Name of this app is Easy. First, you have to download this app. Second, you have to enter your name. And third, that is, you have for the details, you have to show all your vaccination certificates, information regarding whom to meet and when to meet, etc. And the fourth thing is you have to submit all your vaccination certificate and as the people will confirm it, you have to go to reception and then you have to scan a barcode reader and that will be very easy. Thank you.
Finding your passion is the key to your success. If your career becomes your passion, you sprinkle your creativity on it. Then your journey is the reward. Connecting you all with this. Hi everyone, I'm Muhammad Hassan Ansari from grade 2D from NL Dalmia High School. I am representing here a beautiful theme of our Nirmaan project, Innovation in Career. So let's begin with my papa. My first question is, please throw some light on your profession.
Thank you, Hashil, for introducing me. My name is Mohammad Habib Ansari and I'm very grateful to be part of your Nirmaan project. I work as a vice president in advice company. My profession is to advise to the client, those are dealing in equity market.
How long you were in this profession?
Well, it's a very long journey now. It's almost 16 plus years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Yes, definitely. We all face different kind of difficulties in every sector, in every field. We also face day-to-day basis different kind of difficulties.
What one scientific approach you would like add to ease out?
Yes, definitely. I would like to add something in scientific approach point of view in my field, which is related to the stock market, which I would prefer to be added by the artificial intelligence in the financial market. The reason of making this model is to for those, especially for those clients, those are busy in their life, their jobs, and they are not able to give the time. And the major benefit of this is that if somebody has bought the shares of at 1,000 rupees for the XYZ company, and the market has crashed, and he or she is not able to give the proper time, and the 1,000 rupees cost is gone to 900 rupees. So the artificial intelligence is going to work on their behalf, and if they want to sell it or if they want to alert, the artificial intelligence is going to work like that. Let's see. Here is the example of AI Siri and AI Alexa. They are the command which is already given to the mobile. The mobile is going to collect the information data and process the data and execute as per their customized command. The customized command, if you want to alert, the artificial intelligence give the alert to you. If you want to execute on your the trade on your behalf, that is also can be possible on this model. So this is how it's going to work. If you are busy in your life, you are not able to give a 24/7 viewing in a job to the stock market. The artificial intelligence is going to work on your behalf. They will sell the share on your behalf if you want. They will alert you if some share is going to XYZ, share is going to certain percentage higher side also or the lower side also. This is the one of the basic reason which I am showing you. It's a very vast field which may take lot of time. Let's see one of the initial live example how the artificial intelligence is going to work in a stock market. Let's see. As you can see, this is the iPhone, and in iPhone the Siri as artificial intelligence work. So I am going to show the live one of the initial example how the artificial intelligence is going to be work in a financial market. Hey Siri, open Edelweiss app. So as you can see, I have given a command. The Edelweiss app is open, and you can see that here is the already login. You can see the my name. You can see the different kind of features. So these are the features are already available in the app. You can see the different kind of things, customized things. You can see the portfolio. You can see the profit and loss. You can see the different kind of segments, equity, mutual fund, and total value. These are the customized. You can customize as per your view, whatever you want. You want to see the in different kind of indices. You can see the currency rate, and all the things are available. This is just our initial things which I am showing you.
Thank you so much everyone and Papa for sharing your innovation for my Nirmaan project.
I hope the visuals thrilled you all. Do you know that these days satellite is used to show movies at theaters? I know this excites you to the core, and my father being into this profession will let you all know how it's done. Hello all, I am Nirmaan Tandon from class 2D. And I am Ritvik Tandon from class 4th B. Now we will start the interview of our father Mr. Ayush Tandon to satisfy our curiosity. What is your profession?
My profession is to generate advertising revenue for my company, which is into digital cinema. But today I am going to tell you all a more holistic approach and a broader perspective of what we actually do. We digitize the cinema content and transmit it via satellite to all our partner theaters. I take a great pride while I mention that our cinema chain is the largest network digital cinema chain of the country.
How long have you been in this profession?
It's been more than a decade that I am into this industry.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Yes, at initial days we used to face difficulties and resistance from the theaters while we wanted to install our system and bring them on a common platform. But now it's not an issue anymore. Ritvi and Nimay, behind the camera you have taken the explanation from me how the system works. So why don't you guys explain the system to all?
Digital cinema.
These are film reels. They are converted to digital master 8 to 10 GB files. Then they are uploaded to satellite. Through satellite, the movie is stored in
the system in the theaters, and through projector the movie is shown to the audience. Now you will see this explanation through a video.
For satellite delivery, the signal is beamed via satellite and received at the theatre level by using the VSAT antenna. After receiving the signal, it is stored onto a hard disk in the digital cinema server installed at the theatre. The server and the movie management system plays the movie via the digital projector and the theatre sound system as per the scheduling needs of the theatre. The server and the movie management system are also connected to the network management system. This entire end-to-end system is secured with high level of proprietary encryption system for high standard of security. It is UFO's vision and endeavor to create in India the largest chain of digital cinema houses worldwide.
We would like to thank our principal ma'am and teachers for giving us this opportunity.
Good morning, teacher and my dear friends. My name is Sanvil Singh and this is my father, Rajpal Singh. Today I am gonna ask some questions to my father and my father have to give the answer. Question 1. What is your profession?
Okay, I work for a company called Lenovo Global Technologies India Private Limited, which is a infrastructure solutions company, and I work there as global sales manager.
How long you are in this profession?
Well, my career expands around 20 years, but in this current portfolio, I have been around 2.5 years now.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Yes, I have. The most difficult times I could remember was the global recession, which lasted from 2007 to 2009, and of course the recent COVID times, which was from 2019 till 2021.
Tell me more about your profession.
So I'll give you a detailed demo as to what tools we use for our work. Basically, we used ERP, and the ERP what we use is Dynamic D365 of Microsoft. I'll give you a short demo how it is used. I hope my screen is clear. So basically the work involves around solution sales, wherein we need to provide customer with infrastructure solutions. So for that, obviously there is a tool which is a web-based tool, which is called DCSE. It's a configuration tool wherein we have options to customize based on customer requirement. We can customize different kind of servers based on the different models available with us, as you can see. And we have the entire product portfolio of the enterprise sales product, including the software-defined infrastructure, the cloud solutions, the hybrid solution. So once we get this configuration done in the configuration tool, the next part is to submit a bid. Bid is nothing but a proposal, detailed proposal, which needs to be consolidated under one single bid and shared with the customer. So for that, we use Lenovo Bid platform. As you can see on the left hand side, you've got different options. And just a demo I've created for one of my customer, Tata Global Beverages, which is into consumer products. So if you go to my bid request, you can extract this customer details. All you need to do is just select the channel route of the sales. I'll just give you a demo. And enter the account name. I'll just take Tata Consulting as of now. We go inside the bid. So this page is loaded. You can see that the customized configuration what we did is reflecting here, and you can see that the price of that particular product is reflecting on the right hand side. So once we get this submitted for the pricing approval, there is an automated contract which is generated, we convert that into PDF and share the same with the customer. And that's how the customer takes us forward for his internal process and approvals and try to close the order with us. So this was a brief description of my tools and work, which I hope I think I'm able to make you understand all this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, teachers and all my dear friends. I, Shwari Sharma, would like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity. It's my pleasure to introduce Miss Preeti Sharma, who will share her thoughts on innovation in her career. Over the last 20 years, Miss Preeti follows her passion in designing. She explores her skills in graphic designing and graphic and web designing. Graphic designing is an art of using visual elements, typography, and colors to convey a message about any product through advertising. Web designing refers to the design of websites that are displayed on internet. It is implemented by using softwares like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and more design-related softwares. So let's have a talk with Miss Preeti and know her journey of creativity in designing. Yes, Miss Preeti, please tell something more about your profession.
Thank you for your kind words. Graphic and web designing is a profession where the message is given in the simplest way to communicate the visual content. Designing is mainly focused on to engage, to attract, and to convert the customer to buy the product.
How long are you in this profession?
Past 6 to 7 years I am into this profession. I completed my graduation in 2010. Later on I joined an advertising firm. I took a break and now I am restarted my career with a web designer.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
Not as such, but sometimes when client gives many changes and it is difficult to implement, which is not according to the design logics, sometimes we face difficulty to implement that.
What one scientific approach you would like to add to ease out?
To ease out, I would like to say that clients should give them minimal changes, because according to the design aesthetics, we design all the creatives and it is very difficult to change according to them.
Let's see some of her awesome creative designs she made. Dear Preeti, request you to highlight your skills and show us your work.
Sure. These are some of my web designs. First, it is developed in the Illustrator and the mock-up is developed in the Illustrator, and later on it is converted into Cloud Builder. Here we can click on the products, then the services, about us. In the menu we have all the list. There are social medias, so we can click and connect to social media. This is another site. This is a construction site. All the theme and design layout is according to the logo. This is one of another one. As I said, it should be simplest and the message should convey immediately. These are some of my graphic work like logo designing, social media posts, and many more. Thank you.
Indeed, it was lovely talking to you and glad to see your work and your passion for it. Wishing you all the best ahead in your profession. Hope the sky will not be a limit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello,
What is your profession?
I'm a market research professional. We design a systematic process of collecting, analyzing, interpreting data about the target market, consumer or product.
How long you are in this profession?
16 years.
Have you faced any difficulty in your profession?
My profession is all about data, so quality of data is the biggest concern that we face.
What one scientific approach you would like to add to is out?
We would build a strong data checking program to validate our data and add certain security code in our script to flag respondents who provide us incorrect data so that we can block them in our future studies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A popular restaurant in Mirarol wants to do a qualitative research to evaluate their restaurant business. And for this, they want to hear the voice of their customers and gain actionable feedback. To start with this, I have created a structure to draw a layout and flow of a form and frame a set of questions that we want to ask. I have designed a web form using HTML as programming language and CSS as style sheet language. I will contact a bunch of people who visit the restaurant frequently and collect this set of data. Once that is done, this data will be processed, analyzed and presented to the restaurant management in a measurable format. This information will help them to identify their flaws, develop ideas and implement new strategies to make their restaurant business more successful. Thank you.
Hello Principal Ma'am and my respected class teacher. My name is Vistas from 2D and my Nirmaan project is on my father's profession. My father's name is Sagar Lakhani. Hello Daddy, I am asking you some questions. What is your profession?
I am sales executive in diamond market.
How long do you have been in this profession?
I have been working in diamond market since 12 years.
Why you enjoy your work?
It is a great successful journey for me. I get to learn how to deal with customer.
My father's job is to generate revenue. He is responsible for leading and watching a team under him. He makes strategies for the business and makes sure the targets are achieved. I am going to tell you how is a diamond made. A natural diamond creation is begun to around 100 miles below the Earth's surface. Diamonds are found at a depth of approximately 150 to 200 kilometers below the Earth's surface. There are 8 popular diamond shapes: emerald cut of diamond, pearl cut of diamond, heart cut of diamond, oval cut of diamond, brilliant cut of diamond, princess cut of diamond, pearl cut of diamond, marquise cut of diamond. In addition to these popular diamond shapes, many diamonds names are still discovered. I am happy to share you his experience and her knowledge he gave me about diamond market. Thank you. Hello mom.
Hello.
Today I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, what do you do as a profession?
As a profession, I was into banking sector, but currently I am a homemaker.
How long were you in this profession?
As a homemaker, 2 years almost.
What difficulties did you face in your profession?
Difficulties to make new items to for food, so that it can help you grow, and it should be delicious as well as nourishing at the same time.
So, what scientific approach would you like to add in your profession to ease it out?
Scientific approach would be to keep experiment with the spices that we have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we are soaking some chickpeas. So let's begin. Done.
What are we making then today?
So today we are gonna make
Chole, but in a different way. These are the chole. So what we are going to do is, we will add some corn flour into this. So we will add corn flour. We have to coat all the chickpeas into this corn flour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will not touch it with our hands. We will just coat it and we will rotate it with this spoon. Just rotate it.
Let me do it.
Okay. So Shivalika, today now what we are going to do, we have added some oil in this and the oil is hot. So now what we are going to do is add some
chilies,
green chilies to it.
Yeah.
So we will add some green chilies. Okay, be careful with this. And then we are going to add some garlic and ginger.
Scary. My mom has added the chickpeas and some water and mixing it all up. Now some more. It smells delicious. Now it is done, and let's add some coriander in it.
Hello everybody, my name is Anya Tulani. I am from grade 2D. Today my Nirmaan exhibition topic is innovation in careers, and today I will explain you about my father's profession. Here it is.
What is your profession, Papa?
I work as a senior executive producer in show Meet, which is currently on air in GTV.
Have you faced any difficulty in this profession?
Yes, we face difficulties in terms of execution. Sometimes artists fall ill or some technician fall ill. That affects our shoot, but it's part and parcel of our show and our shoot. Meet is a family entertainer which airs on GTV at 7:30 p.m. from Monday to Saturday, and it's gaining popularity day by day. It's quite entertaining show, and which is to be liked by one and all. All family members can view this together. Its leads are Ashish Singh and Shagun Pandey, and other veterans are Suraj Thapar, Sonika Anda, Afzal Khan, and all. They're quite experienced and seasoned artists in TV industry. It's directed by Vaibhav Singh. He has done quite a lot of work on GTV and NTV, and is very entertaining person. And we work very hard on our show so that it becomes more and more popular, and one day we will lead the charts also.
What one scientific approach would you like to add ease out?
The way the film shoot is planned, we wanted to apply in TV industry also, so that things for all become much more smoother and easier, so that one can operate on daily basis in much easier way.
Hi, I'm Vikas Gupta. I'm father of Arohi Gupta who studies in grade 2T. By qualification, I'm a chartered accountant, and as a part of my profession, I used to travel a lot, not only in India but outside India as well. When I used to travel, so I really developed an interest in knowing about the lot of countries, their capital, their favorite currencies, and what are those countries are really famous for. So I thought, like as a part of my journey, like we also travel like along with Arohi, and by that time we actually realized that even Arohi is really interested in knowing about the countries, what the country is really famous about for, and she used to ask me a lot of question around the same, and that is where we thought as parents, I think we should teach Arohi to learn about the lot of countries, what are they famous for, so that she can learn a lot more about it. And at the same time, we also ask her and we develop her not only outside India but within India also. How many states are there? What states are about? So that is how she actually developed the interest into that aspect, and she's really doing good, and she knows about a lot of countries out of 195 countries where she has actually developed that skill.
My name is Arvi Gupta from grade 2T. I am studying in Island Army High School. My father has taught me a lot of countries and their capitals, also their currencies. Before COVID, we used to travel a lot, like Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, and many more countries.
Hello, this is what we have in our house. So this is India map, this is European map, this is world map including Asia. And this is what we have as a globe, like where I used to teach in terms of the countries where it is coming out, in terms of sea and all those stuff. Arohi, tell me, this flag is for which country?
This flag is for Canada and its capital is Ottawa and its currency is Canadian dollar.
So tell me, Canada is famous for what?
Canada is famous for ice hockey.
Nice. Okay, now tell me, which country's flag is this?
This is Brazil and its capital is Brasilia. Its currency is Brazilian real.
And what is this famous for?
It's famous for football.
Nice. Okay, now let's move to another part of the world. What is this flag for?
This flag is for Australia and its capital is Canberra. Its currency is Australian dollar.
And what is this famous for?
It's famous. The famous thing in Australia is kangaroo.
Now it's time to explore some of the European countries. So Arohi, tell me, this flag is for what?
It's Germany and its capital is Berlin and its currency is euro.
Tell me, so what is the official language of Germany?
It's German.
Okay, very nice. Now tell me, which is this flag for?
It's Spain and its capital is Madrid. Its currency is euro.
And its official language is what?
Spanish.
Nice. Now for another country, which is this flag for?
Finland and its capital is Helsinki and its currency is euro.
Nice. So what is this official language of Finland?
It's Finnish.
Very nice. Okay, now we are done with world. It's now time to turn to India. So Arohi, tell me, what is the capital of Rajasthan?
Its capital is Jaipur.
And what Jaipur is famous for?
Dal bati churma.
Nice. Tell me, what is the capital of Maharashtra?
It's Mumbai.
And what is Mumbai is famous for?
Bada pav.
Wow. So let me ask you another city. Karnataka.
Bangalore.
Nice. And what they are famous for?
Dosa.
Good.
Was it not fun to learn these all countries? I will learn more facts and share with you. Bye bye. Hello everyone. My name is Aditri Prabhu from 2nd D roll number 3. My project name is Cyber Risk Management, which is my mom's profession. I would like to introduce my mom, Mrs. Snehalata Prabhu, to tell us about her profession.
Hello, my name is Snehalata Prabhu and I am Aditri's mom. So today she has taken the topic as Cyber Risk Management. I am working with Global Offshore for last 7 years in this department. So I would like Aditri only to brief more about this topic.
Thank you, Mom. So talking about cyber risk management, we would first understand what is cyber risk. Cyber risk means having loss of data, computer virus, data
hacking, network scandals are all part of the cyber risk. What is the impact of cyber risk? Financial loss, data loss, reputation loss like litigation and fines. I would request my mothers to tell us about different type of cyber risk.
Okay, see, there are different type of cyber risks, and like the first we can say like hackers. You know, hackers are the cyber criminals who unknowingly enter your computer, and we don't know like how they send fishy emails to you, and we click, and then our computer gets hacked. So now, we need to protect against that. She'll be telling you more about that. And the second type is phishing. You know, cyber criminals, they send you malicious emails, and that seem to come from the legitimate resources. So the user is then tricked into clicking the malicious link in the email. And the third is virus. In this, attackers lock or encrypt the data and threatens to block access until the ransom is paid. So you should be aware of that. Now I would like Aditri to tell more about this.
Okay. How we can catch cyber risk? Identify risk, assess risk, review controls and control risk. Do's and don'ts from cyber risk. Do's: use strong password to protect your system. It should be easily to remember but difficult to guess. We should use secure company provided system. Be extra vigilant with phishing email. Keep strong firewalls and update antivirus in your system. Do backup your data regularly. Don'ts: do not share password with any stranger. Do not use unsecure website to update your bank or confidential information. Do not connect to free network to expose yourself to wider threat. I hope you all enjoyed my project very much. Thank you.
Afternoon, teachers and my dear friends. My name is Anjali Digit. I'm from grade 2D. This is my Nirmaan project. Let me introduce you all to my father, Mr. Digit Gopi. Hello. Will you please tell us what your profession is?
Yes, I've been in the field of information technology, and my priority is to ensure business continuity and IT empowerment.
Wow. How long have you been in this profession?
For more than 17 years now.
Wow. Have you faced any difficulty in your job?
Yes, just like any other profession, there are multiple difficulties. My mind right now is to sort of monitor the productivity of my employees.
What's one scientific approach you would like to add to help you out?
I would love to have a system that can sort of automatically monitor the attendance of my employees or attendance of my team. That would really help me out.
I have created this system for my father to help him manage his employees better. Face recognition based attendance system. The system works on face recognition. Each employee is photographed and their details are stored in a server. This real-time system, a webcam, captures faces. These are matched with existing database images. An employee leaves his desk, the webcam, with the help of complex algorithm, makes the entry of what time employee left, what time he returned, duration he wasn't at his desk. At the end of the day, the head of department, my father, will get a report which will help him manage his personnel better. Thank you.
I hope all of you enjoyed my Nirmaan project. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all of you. I am registered with Nirmaan project. She is my mom. Her name is Dr. Preeti Rajulkar. What is her profession?
I am a homeopathic consultant.
How long you are in this profession?
I am since 10 years.
Now please can you explain us about homeopathic medicines?
This is a globules. It's also called as a sweet pills. And this is a medicine. This we called as a dilution. These are a medicine. Their sources are from animal kingdom, mineral kingdom and plant kingdom. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. I always love to take this sweet medicine. Stay fit and
stay healthy.
Thank you.